7:14, fewer Americans know how to grow their own food than they did a century ago. It's no longer really a necessity. Fox 23 weekend anchor Sunny Lee is live in the studio. Sunny, a local nonprofit is highlighting the need to relearn those skills.
Something we could all use, really. Local nonprofit Organizing Okies is supplying the space, the supplies, and most importantly, the knowledge of how to grow fruits, herbs, and vegetables. The project is just getting started, but they're hoping that with a few more volunteers and a few more donations, they can really start to make a difference in the lives of those with food insecurity. It's today's good news.
So we've got some snow peas here, and I've got some dried basil here.
Tiffany Ryan is the lead steward for Organizing Okies greenhouse project. She and her team have a dream, helping Oklahomans relearn the gardening skills most of our ancestors relied on for basic foods, working toward one goal.
Ultimately, Oklahomans feeding Oklahomans, having a little bit more self-sustainability and, again, going back to growing our own food.
But growing fruits and veggies that'll ultimately be donated to food pantries and outreach organizations is only part of the project.
Learning that as well. So it's not just about the donating part, it's about the learning process behind it.
The concept of give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime applies to their goal of building greenhouses and then teaching others how to sow and ultimately reap the fruits of their labor.
So we're kind of just wanting to bridge the gap with food insecurity. We're wanting to help build community with each other, and also just kind of get back to our roots of like growing things and learning those valuable skills that a lot of us don't know so much anymore.
For Tiffany, who grows much of her own food, the idea of growing things just to give them away came about organically.
For me, it started when I was pushing my veggies onto all my friends, family, and coworkers, and then I saw Organizing Okies greenhouse project and thought that's definitely something that I should be doing with all my leftover veggies.
The plan is simple. Establish a basic greenhouse in every county, have volunteer stewards teach gardening skills, then give the harvest to local organizations feeding the hungry. And it's already paying off. The group was just able to donate 50 pounds of fresh veggies to the Mission Center in Owasso and 20 pounds to Hunger No More in Claremore. Utilizing any excess produce is also a viable option.
A big part of it is going to be like preserving probably like about 10-15% of the produce that we end up with, and so we're wanting to like do canning and preserving herbs.
But with 77 counties in Oklahoma, having a greenhouse in every county is a lofty goal.
We're at 6 now. 1 year down the line, I would love to be at 20. In 20 counties. I know that's a little ambitious, but we are catching fire, and I feel like a lot of people want to have a way to give back. People are wanting to get involved. People are wanting to make sure Oklahomans are fed, and so that is the ultimate goal, is that nobody's hungry.
Tiffany and Kaylee agree. Teaching others how to provide for themselves is its own reward.
I think it's a really gratifying feeling just helping other people in general.
Knowing that dropping off the fresh veggies, knowing that it's going to someone who needs it, someone who is maybe not going to go hungry that night due to this effort, this collective effort, is the ultimate feel-good feeling.
Now, Organizing Okies Greenhouse Project needs gardening supplies and volunteers. So if you're a gardener and you'd like to donate your time or your expertise, you can find links to get involved in this story on fox23.com. Live in the studio covering news that matters, Sunny Lee, Fox 23 News.
We want to hear your good news. Email us at goodnews@fox23.com and share your story.